for them.
I know.
I mean, I'm glad Sam had his birthday party bash. That was cool. He just can't have it in Cabo because of the restrictions there.
Yeah,
so
exactly, yeah.
He's going somewhere else. I could make fun of Sam's math for hours regarding album sales. But, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I'm just waiting for Sam to say, the new songs are the best I've ever done. Right? I'm sure that'll be the next line.
Of course.
But hey, he's making new music. He's making a point that, it'll be coming out as an EP or an LP, whatever.
Yeah, it looks like an album now, because if I'm looking at the timing, because Scott recorded his interview before the birthday bash, and Eddie recorded his before the birthday bash, but it was later than Scott, so it's now up to 9 songs. So originally he said EP, and now it's going to be 9 songs. So he went from 5 songs to 9 songs.
All right. Well, Sam's math has never been that good, so who knows how many songs we go. But at least he's recording new songs, and he's got the intent of coming out with a new album.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still doing music. So I think actually he should rather do an EP and pick the best stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his albums, as we've said before, are uneven.
Yeah.
At best. So I think if he just picks the top stuff, that will work out well for him.
I'll just be happy if he finished the songs. You know what I mean? I'm done with these albums full of clips. So as long as he has full songs.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, I know that still bothers you.
So now, this is interesting. So on Sam's birthday, which is October 13th, okay? Sammy turned 74, if you can believe that. 70 motherfucking 4. That's crazy. Sirius XM, they really did a nice job. They did this incredible Sammy 2-hour special, Dave, where Sam had a 3-day thing going on at Catalina. So now they had the first day was like a VIP thing where you get a laminate and you go in, and I think they took in just like 500 people or something in like a room that holds thousands. And they did like a rehearsal where they played like a sound check, and then they did a Q&A where they played some acoustic stuff. So it was a different sort of show, and they sound checked with Humans Being, and it was really kind of cool. He says, I want to make you feel like you're at my house. And then he yelled to Jason, hey, Jason, summon your pop. And they started playing When the Levee Breaks, which was really cool. Went right into Bad Motor Scooter by Montrose. Went into Sexy Little Thing by Chickenfoot. Right Now by Van Halen. Into a little acoustic thing. Eddie Trunk was there like hosting the thing. And Eddie calls him the Ageless Wonder. He calls Sam. And my God, does he blow Sam, Dave. You should see the way he blows Sam.
He always does.
It is long and slow. So anyway, he really goes hard. In terms of acoustic, he played Little White Lie. Someone asked Jason what his favorite Zeppelin song was. He says it was Kashmir. Then he went into a really eclectic set list. He went into Personal Jesus, which he has, I think, I don't know if that's on his Light Roast album. I think it's on that album. But he did a cover of that.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of
I know there's an electric version.
It's so funny. That's a Depeche Mode song that he does a beautiful acoustic bluesy arrangement. I love it. It's fantastic. Somebody asked Sam about, like, how the hell are you so youthful and full of energy and spirit? And he says, I believe that when you look at the stars in the sky and you feel like you never change, because he says you look at something that's timeless, and he goes, that causes you not to age, and it stops you from aging so fast. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know he's nutty with the whole stars and all the fucking alien shit, so who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
but, and then
he is very devoted to that.
Yeah, very much. Someone asked Jason how he met Sam. He was on tour with Heart, and he met Sam in a restaurant, and they jammed in Florida at a show, and then Mike and Sam called him up and just offered him a job, and he says, how could I not want to go on tour with the guys who I had posters on my wall? And he says it's been a living dream, and he says that Sam's one of the most positive, fun people in the world. Sam said that they have a lot of respect for each other, and they treat each other well. This is why they get along so well. They don't fight in the circle, and he says sometimes when there's too many people trying to like angle each other out, it doesn't work, but obviously Sam's the boss there, so there's no problem. So then Finish What You Started, nice acoustic version, and he was telling the story about Eddie was throwing pebbles at his window in Malibu, and how he had a guitar around his neck and a cigarette in his mouth, and Sam came out with a bottle of tequila, and they were drinking and smoking and worked out the song in the middle of the night. That's kind of a fun thing. And then he played Can't Hang, which is a song off the last Circle album, Space Between, which was really good. And then they asked him, how did he find Vic Johnson? And and what it made him go with Vic Johnson. When he went to get a guitarist, he didn't want an Eddie clone. So he got a guy who didn't even have a whammy bar. And he says, Vic plays more like Ronnie Montrose. He said that he went right into Rock Candy and 3 Lock Box. And he says he loves how Vic plays so funky. And he gave him the job on the spot. Then he closed it out the show with Eagles Fly, and he said that song is very important to him because his mom asked him to play it at her funeral. And he says, yeah, that's pretty intense. Very personal statement. Every time I sing it, he says it's special, and he said the reason why that song is so special, he says, I was up in the high desert early in the morning one time, and I saw this unbelievable eagle just flying across the sky, and he says it was like such a moment for him, standing on top of this mountain, and he says it was kind of very majestic, and that's where the song came from. So that was the special. That was really, really interesting. I don't know, everything makes it to YouTube, but guys, check it out and see if it's on YouTube. I'm sure somebody must have posted it up there, but it was definitely great. I love, Dave, the variety that these guys are mixing up their set list. I have to give Sam and Mike and Jason and Vic credit. They are mixing it up. They're throwing chicken foot in there. They're putting in a ton of Van Halen, some Montrose songs, some Sammy songs, and not just the regular Sammy songs, but they're putting in a variety of them. They're really at the top of their game. They really are. And I love their original songs too, the Circles. So really, really good stuff. So check that out for sure. That was the beginning, the first day of the show. And then we're going to go into the birthday bash. So now he did a birthday bash, Catalina Island Invasion, they called it. And it was at the Catalina Casino Ballroom. It was packed. Holy shit, you can see this place was packed to the gills. It was indoors, and the energy was so, so high. Now, I watched it on live stream, paid my hefty $30, and Sam took me again, Dave. He always loves to, every time I bend over, he grabs my wallet, that guy, and he grabs a good 30 out of it, and it's so funny. So he started this thing off, Dave, and he went on Instagram where, some sheriff was arresting him, and he was handcuffed, and they showed him, and they bring him on stage in handcuffs, and he says, we're trying to keep him under control for the weekend. He says, here's the birthday boy, and they brought him out, and they started with Good Enough, which was unbelievable. It was very reminiscent of the 5150 days where it's like he's screaming, hello, baby. One thing I want to tell you, you get such a kick out of this. So, of course, Sam loves his shameless plugs. He is such a Weisenheimer, this guy, Dave. He's wearing the shirt, right? It says Born to Beach Bar Rum. Okay, that's fine. We all know that, right? Then he has a bar set up on the drum riser with all his products. So he's got Santo, he's got the Mesquila, all that shit, and then those new mixed drinks he's got going on. And his wife comes on to give him a kiss or something like that. She's carrying out a drink, she's flashing it to the screen. And to make matters even worse, Dave, there was moments where, Mike would be like, you guys got enough Santo out there? And then all the logos appeared on the bottom of the screen.
Of course.
Every single one. This guy is a marketing animal. He's got Sammy's Beach Bar Rum, Santo Tequila, and the Beach Bar Cocktail. By the way, my wife, for an anniversary gift, got me a bottle of Santo. And let me tell you something. It is really good.
Nice.
The other night.
Nice.
It is so fucking good. It's a little dangerously good. So then they did almost like little commercials for these things, just like little tastes, he would open Mike's mouth and pour a whole thing in there. Then they did Rock Candy, and all the guys were in black, and Sammy's wearing sunglasses the whole time, and he said, we made it. All we needed was an island, which I'm surprised he didn't play, but that's okay. It probably wasn't big enough a hit for him to play, but he says, you guys should get a trophy because of all the work that they had to do to get to the show. Is obviously hard to get there, and Catalina is off California, so they had to take a ferry to get there. They went into 3 Lock Box and did close-ups of the bar and the whole redheads on the island type of thing, and he raised a toast and with the bottle of rum, and he did the whole thing. So he was smoking on his Red Gibson Star guitar there, which is right out of the 5150 tour. I recognized the guitar, and he was face-to-face with Mike. They had killer chemistry. These two are unbelievable. Fiery as hell, these two. These guys are old men, and they are playing like fucking teenagers. I swear to God. It was so exciting to watch. And then they played Top of the World. Killer concert song. It's unbelievable. Sammy keeps shouting, are we having any fun yet? Went into Finish What You Started. And the set was crisp and clear filming, Dave. Multi-camera shot. It was really smart that Sammy, in Finish What You Started, he realized he's 74 years old. He can't start shouting, I need some pussy. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird.
Right.
So what he does is, his move is he gets the crowd to say it. So I guess it's also, he's trying to be more PC. Went into Best of Both Worlds. They did 5150 time. They even did the 5150 walk with Vic. The funny thing is that when he said the line, just take the best of what this place has got to offer, we may never be here again. It was just very poignant moment. I don't know why, but it was just interesting because you wonder how long concerts like this are going to happen. You know, you start thinking about people retiring and, you know, people closing up shop and people passing away. It makes you wonder, like, how many of these you even have left. Mas Tequila, of course, he gets the crowd going, shouting, hey, the drinks are flowing left and right. And he made, apparently, the ticket price his age. So the ticket price was $74 or something like that. So then Mike did a dig at Dave on the live stream, and he goes, then why does David Lee Roth charge $35? And Sammy goes, oh, we don't want to go there. He's had a hard life. Oh my God.
But I don't think it was a live stream, though.
You said that because Evil Midwest fucking Ron said that to you. But Dave, I'm just telling you what I saw. They said it was live in the moment. Like it said, live streaming. That's what it said. And they said that they did Friday night and they did Saturday night. And I saw Saturday night. Look, I can't speak to it specifically. I can only tell you what I saw. But, you know, Ron, he's a wild man. So who knows? Ron was probably in the parking lot, like, recording it or something like that. You know Ron. He's like the CIA guy in the truck, you know, just like recording every moment. They also played Your Love Is Driving Me Crazy, which I really, really am enjoying. I love that fucking song right now, and they always dedicate that to Ed. They do the kind of hand symbol that both Sam and Mike always do. They pipe in the keyboards, as we all know, because there's no keyboardist in the band. Why Can't This Be Love? Screaming Time to Party, and they went right into it. And Sammy put on his PV 5150 jersey, and he had this red, black, and white stripes on his shirt, so it was kind of like paying tribute to Eddie. They played Rock and Roll, the Led Zeppelin song, which obviously pays homage to Jason's dad, but also a tip to the hat back to the 5150 era. There's only one way to rock. He skipped a few lyrics here and there, which was interesting. Heavy metal. Mike took a verse and Vic took a verse. Very cool. I Can't Drive 55. Mike also took a verse. Went into a Purple Haze jam at the end of I Can't Drive 55, which was new and different. This is the only misstep of the evening. I don't like this. So he did his version of Heroes from the Lockdown 2020 album. Even Sam said the song is too low for him. He said that in the Scott Lips interview. I love the song, but it really is too low for me. And Scott said, I have to be honest with you, when I heard that song, I didn't even know that was you singing. Because, you know, Sam's voice is not low like that. But anyway, he says he loves that song, and they put that in the set list. That's not exactly the one I would have done, but whatever. Affirmation. Another incredible original Circle song. Really killed it. This is where things got sloppy. So they did Cabo Wabo, which I love and I'm fully into, but they did it with no drums, no bass, just acoustic guitar and like a cappella vocals with a tambourine. So that was kind of weird. I don't know why. I thought they should have done it kind of full throttle. It lacked a little power. It was very sloppy. It was sort of the end of the show, the crowd singing Happy Birthday. And then they ended strong with Bad Motor Scooter, which was kind of cool. I like that he's adding those songs in there like that. So those old songs. So it was a really, really, really good live stream. I'm sure it's out there. If you guys want to check it out, you can still get it. It's at nugs.net or nugs.tv. Either one, I think, gets you there. So what do you make of all this, Dave?
It sounded like it was a fun show. Good for him. He's still performing, still mixing it up, doing some different set lists night to night.
Yeah. They're mixing it up more than I ever have seen them. Apparently, on Friday night, they even threw like Mine All Mine into the set, and he's really breaking them out. I mean, he really is.
Cool.
I mean,
that's
it's
cool.
Very exciting.
That's cool.
So now, one thing he also had said, he was talking here when he spoke to Ultimate Class